All right, welcome back, friends. Today we're looking at a game called Book of Demons. It's currently free for Amazon Prime members. If you have your Amazon Games software downloaded, you can claim it for free on Amazon Games. Now, the first thing you see when you log in is you see these pedestals. You actually have to launch Book of Demons choosing this. They have an expansion called Hellcard, which I'm guessing why Book of Demons is now free now, so that they can promote Hellcard, and they apparently have another game coming out in the future called Book of Aliens, which you can left click on it to wishlist it. We're just going to look at Book of Demons, and it's a dungeon crawler, roguelike, deck building, action adventure game. Kind of a bit confusing, but you'll understand once we get in here. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start a new character. We're going to go ahead and so you'll see what it looks like when you go in. When you first start, the only thing you can play as is the warrior. You have to get to a certain level with the warrior. You have to get to level 5 with the warrior before you unlock the rogue and the mage. So we're just going to go ahead and play the warrior because that's what you'll see. And he looks just like that. So we'll create our character. Now we can just give him a random name and they're all about the same. A mighty adventurer that believes in the brute power of steel. Is proficient in all kinds of weapons and armors. You can sometimes spot a little madness in his eyes when he is charging a large group of monsters. Don't we all have a little bit of madness in our eyes? Here's his signature cards. A Shadow Sword grants an extra attack against additional opponent in range. We'll go over these when we see them in the game. But you basically build a deck, and your deck controls what type of attacks and spells and armor you have available to you in the game. It's not like Play the Spire, where you're constantly playing different cards. It's just you have different cards that represent your skills and your abilities and your armor. I'm going to go ahead and play as normal. Now you can play casual. So casual is obviously just a little bit easier. Now they do have a super hot mode, which I haven't played, but it's kind of like the game Super Hot, where the enemies only move when you move. If you want to give it a shot, you can do that. It even has the ability to have the super hot red and white filter. You can play normal, but roguelike is totally random, is mode designed to be impossible to beat without exceptional skills and luck. So it's basically like you die and you have to start over. So we're just going to play normal game here and go through. And the first thing you're presented with is this village. Then you meet the barmaid who gives you the usual backstory. I'm so happy to see you after all this time.
After all this time. It seems like it's been ages since you left our town.
Yeah, it's just the normal stuff.
Missed me already?
Go back. And you can go back and replay their
I'm so happy to
go back and play their introduction to you anytime. It's under the gossip.
Since you left our town. I just wish we weren't meeting under such dire circumstances. Back then, it was peaceful. But now, the town is disturbed by a demonic presence that's spreading throughout the land. Most of our friends are gone. Some people fled. Some took their own lives.
Grim.
Some have just vanished. Those who stayed have lost their minds or are too frightened to leave their houses. I'm doing my best to keep everyone's spirits up. But the truth is, we won't survive for long without help. Just don't tell anybody I said that. You must have lots of questions, but I don't have many answers.
As usual.
Talk to the sage if you want to know more. He might be able to help you.
Alright, so then we have our Book of Demons version of Deckard Cain down here.
Your arrival brings hope to my old heart. There's no better way to forge one's skill than by traveling. I should know. But I beg you not to leave. We need you here. Dark things lurk in the depths beneath the old cathedral. I've seen plenty of evils in my travels, but this makes my journey through the dragon wastes look like a walk in the park. Everything started with the disappearance of our bishop. I fear he has been dragged into the catacombs deep below the church. I do not know what caused such desecration of that holy place. That enigma is yet to be solved. And you are the only one who can do it. Just remember to be careful. Few who have ventured into the dark made their way back. And those who did were no longer alive.
Alright, so a strange cathedral in a town that's beset by evil and a bishop. Sounds a little familiar, but we're not gonna cast any judgments. Now there will be a woman that appears here in a little bit. A witch or a fortune teller or whatever. You can click on the crows, which is super important. Actually, it's not. I just like the fact that you can do that. And so here, one thing we can do is go to the dungeon, but I'll show you here. We can view our stats as usual. We're playing basic, and we're Herald 4, that's our name. We're still level 1, we have any experience. Now hearts are your health. We currently have 10, and mana, you need mana to cast spells, obviously. We have 5. Every time you level up, you can choose to get another heart or choose to get another mana, and you'll see what that looks like in just a little bit. Because there is a little bit of a uniqueness to it. Let's head here into the dungeon. It's going to show us. Quest 1 is the cook. We won't get to that in the first 30 minutes, obviously. Then the catacombs start up. That's where the anti-pope is. And then hell starts. Hell beneath a cathedral. This is sounding a little bit familiar. And there's a demon with wings and a rubber ducky. Now that's not like Diablo, I would say. But here, we're all the way here at the top. Currently in the maze, depth 0, game progress 0%. Now we have to get to the cook, and we have to get to the anti-pope, and then we have to get all the way down to the archdemon to completely finish the game. So we start here. This is just the area under the cathedral, and then this is the catacombs, and go all the way down here. There's just a lot to go through. Oops, accidentally left, go back in there. And so click on this, and then we get to fight. We're in our dungeon. This is dungeon generator, it gets done pretty quickly. So basically all we have to do...
Sword that splits darkness.
Yes, I am the sword that splits darkness, in case you didn't know. So you just click, and you'll start heading in that direction. Now if you'll just keep moving. Okay, so if I click this way, I'll keep moving unless I click behind myself, and then I'll stop. I'm going to keep moving, and there's a monster. Now if I don't do anything, I'll start attacking the monster. But if I click on him, it'll attack faster. So there's a little bit of auto fighting, but you don't really want to rely on it. So I'm going to head over here. You have to click on the gold to pick it up. Now these golden footprints show you that you've already cleared this way, so I can just turn around and go back this way. And up here you can see there's an undiscovered prize on this level of the dungeon that I haven't found yet, obviously, because it's undiscovered. So the game lets you know if there's other things that need to be collected on this level. We're going to head around here. Now you can't wander off the beaten path. You're locked into this kind of like a roguelike on rails. Now see, if I just click on him, it goes a little bit faster. Go. And you see we don't have any spells at all yet. Any special abilities yet. So now we open up the chest. Everything you just interact by clicking on it. So now we've got our first card. Mighty Blow. Deals massive damage and stuns the target. Requires a target. So we're going to equip it. And so now it's here, and you can see that there's the number 1 next to it. So it's on my hotbar. So next time I run into a monster, and there's a red shrine, I bet you can guess what that's for. So here I can just press 1 and then cast that spell. Now there is a cooldown, and it also uses some mana. Then when I click on this, get lots of gold. And let's just go through here and smashing jars like Link. And there is a bestiary, so you see that it said new gossip. That just means that the sage dude is a new entry in his monster journal. Okay, we'll take care of our leveling up here in just a second.
See that the sanctity of this place has been fouled.
Indeed it has, good sir. Achievement unlocked, Cleanser. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and click on ourselves. You can see we can level up. I'll click on level up, and now I can choose to either add a heart, which is health, or I can add a diamond, which is mana. We'll go ahead and add a point of mana. Now if you noticed, that other point went over here into this little cauldron thing. Now, in between levels, or in between runs in the dungeon, you can visit that innkeeper lady and buy the cauldron and get the things that were stored in there. So since I chose mana, a point of health went into the cauldron, and I can go and claim that later for some money. So let's just keep going. Since we've cleared this level, you can see up here, we've collected the chest. There was only one chest on this level, and the level's clear. So now we can head on in here and get done. So now you can see we're on level 2. And the only thing that was in that level up there was Skeleton Warrior, and we killed 13 of them. Now on this level, we have another Skeleton Warrior, and so there's a couple left on this level, and there's something else, a monster we've never met before. Let's go and see what it is. Very paper crafty type of game. Go here and plunk these dudes. Now here's the new monster we haven't found yet. Now you see he's got a lot more hearts. Then he explodes. So he's a zombie and he explodes in a fountain of putrescence. And you see we got a chest and we have a shrine that we have to find on this level. So now we've got another card. And now we've got our healing potion. Okay, so the healing potions can be charged. So I'm going to go ahead and equip it. You'll see, can I move it over? Yeah. All right, so it's on 3 and it has 1 charge. I can't use it because I currently have full health. Now you can find things that'll recharge that. So instead of just having a bunch of potions you carry around with you, you have a health potion card. And that health potion card can be charged. And in town, you can buy charges for it too. So just because I have the health potion card doesn't mean I can have unlimited health potions. The first time I use it, I currently have a slot 3. First time I use it, it'll go down to 0 charges and I will be unable to use it again. Now here's this shrine. I'm gonna go ahead and use my mana point on, or use, oh, now I've, alright, so now if I do this, okay, so you didn't get to see it, but I was poisoned. And when you are poisoned, there will be like a little skeleton that appears above here. If you click on it fast enough, then it'll dispel the poison. So this guy, I'm gonna go ahead and stay away from him. Alright, so now he's gone. Now we've still got 6 gold. There's the 6 gold in the barrel. It tells you everything that you have remaining. And click on that, be done. So now we've beat the first 2 sections. Now we can continue to go down if we want to. See what happens. Game series progress. Now the plexuscope, I have to explain that to you in a little bit. You didn't die even once. Okay, achievement. Alright, so let's keep going. Heroes to-do list. Visit the healer to restore health and mana. Visit the barmaid to purchase cauldron contents. Now I can go purchase the cauldron and I'll get that heart. So my heart will go up. There's nothing going at the sage. Or I can visit the fortune teller to charge my card. Now I can choose to visit the town now, which I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to town so I can charge up.
Greetings, traveler. People call me the fortune teller. I'm pleased to see there are souls courageous enough to visit a place like this and stay. In truth, I came here recently myself, as I had to leave the royal capital. I am certain you have already heard about me and my excellent skills from the lovely barmaid I'm tutoring. Believe me when I say you will find my craft most useful in your adventures. Feel free to talk to me should you need any assistance.
Alright, so she just tells you all of her backstory. It doesn't get along very well with the sage dude. She will.
Novel approach to magic.
The main thing that she's good for at the moment is charging your card. So I have my health potion. I have 1400 gold or whatever they call in this game. So I can charge my card for 100. There is a maximum, I think. Alright, so so it's maxed out. I can have a maximum of 4 cards. So it's essentially the same as having 4 healing potions now. I haven't ran into runes yet and upgradable cards yet, so we're not going to worry about those. So he doesn't have anything important. He'll have the exclamation mark over them.
Busy too while you were away. The fortune teller is teaching me her craft, and I don't mean her skill with cards. It's called prize brewing. And it's the art of producing powerful magical elixirs that someone like you should find useful. All you need to do is collect the ingredients. I'll take care of the rest. Now, This is the magical stuff I'm talking about, so there are some rules. First, the more ingredients I mix, the greater the potion's power will be. Second, you can drink it and enjoy a little magic anytime you want, but the process will get more expensive each time. Third, if monsters slay you in the dungeons, the potion will weaken. It's because I'm making them just for you, so they have to be magically linked to your essence.
Essentially, I can buy this magical cauldron. You see, I have to pay 500, and if I bought it now, I would only get 1 life point. Now, these prizes are things like more gold and more cards. Mana is mana points, obviously. So when I slay the monsters and I do stuff in the dungeons, every once in a while stuff will go into the cauldron, different types of ingredients that I can come and claim later. Now, like she said, every time I claim it, it'll get more expensive. So right now, it's 500. Now, if I was to claim it, then the next time I went to claim it, it would be more. I don't know how much more. I'm guessing it doesn't go up impossibly much each time. But it will cost more money to do it. And she also said that if I die in the dungeon, then I'll lose some of the ingredients in here. So like if there was 5 life and 4 mana and I die, I might lose 2 and 3 of those. I don't know. So we're not going to worry about it right now because 500 for 1 life isn't very much to worry about. So now we're going to go back into the dungeon and you'll see something kind of interesting here. So I'm going to begin the game. When I choose to begin the game, you're presented with this thing called plexuscope. With plexuscope, you can choose the size of your game session. Depending on your preferences, you can divide your adventure into smaller or bigger games. Regardless of how much time you have, plexuscope ensures fair balance of threats and rewards, and that the gameplay experience can be completed in the predicted time. Since plexuscope learns your gameplay style, the time estimates for each subsequent section should be more accurate. Let's go. Now right now, the game thinks that I will take 7 minutes to get through a very small dungeon, and it'll give me 3% story progress, and about 1,514 gold. If I want to do small, and you can see over here, I'll have to go through this level. I'll have to go through this level, and I'll have to go through this level. Now, some of these can have bosses on them. So let's go ahead and get crazy, and we're going to do the 13-minute one, because that gives us the most bang for our buck. So here we are, and we're back at the top, and you can see we've got skeleton warriors, something new we've never ran into. But 2 different type of monsters we've never ran into. So this total adventure should take about 13 minutes. It's 17 minutes and 40 seconds into the game at the moment. So let's see how this goes. So come out. We just got a bunch of
several levels up, but I'm way too proud to ask for
All right, so these guys, these guys here, those guys are not fun. Those are the gargoyles. They take a lot of damage. And if you don't kill them quick enough, they can go into like stasis, and then once they do that, then they will automatically heal themselves while they're in stasis. So they turn themselves back to stone, and then they'll heal themselves while they're in stone. Now you see this guy, I have to hit his shield. I can't just hit him, I have to break his shield first, and then I can attack him and get his hearts. Now see, that's just a normal Mr. Skeleton. And there's a zombie. Now you want to stay away from the zombies because they will explode. And their filth will cover the dungeon. Now there's no reason not to go back, so I can go up forward a little bit other than just time. So I can keep going this way. And then eventually, now you can use the map, the tab key, just like in another game about dungeon crawling, and see the map. There's the steps down, but we still have not cleared this level. We've still got a bunch of stuff we have to collect still. So here's some more of these guys. I have to be careful about these guys because they will hop at you. They are hopping gargoyles. Now they don't do a ton of damage, but you know, really, there are bosses, and the bosses come up pretty quick and they hit pretty hard. So you have to be careful because you don't get a whole lot of stuff to help in each level. It's mainly between levels when you go back to the town where you can. The good thing is a lot of these monsters can get stuck on the geometry. They can get stuck behind vases and stuff like that. And every time you level up, your stuff does completely recharge. But speaking of level up, I'm going to go ahead and give myself a point of health this time. Come around this way. Now, I don't know if this is alright. So here's a minor boss, Crypto Narino. Now the bosses do have, sometimes they have more than one, what is it? It's like, you know how some games are where the bosses have more than one health bar? And that's the way some of these bosses are. It's like, you beat them and then you have to beat them again. There you go. We beat him, or her. It was a spider, I'm guessing it was a her. Could have been a girl. Gotta get away. Okay. Okay, so now you saw a bunch of stuff went in the cauldron. So now there's 4 mystery prizes, 1 health, and 1 mana in the cauldron. I'm gonna keep going around, see what else we need to collect. There's another one of these zombies. Got him. New gossip. Like I said, that just means new lore from the stage dude. Now we're gathering a pretty good amount of gold. Seems like. And there's another health fountain that we don't know. You see, I have to click right on the shield to break his shield, and then after I do that, then I'll start doing actual damage to him. So it looks like, so we've killed the boss. We've still got 2 undiscovered prizes and a chest. We gotta figure out where those are. Another one of those. Nice little mix of easy peasy enemies and not so easy peasy. There's a chest, and that got us a big hunk of gold. A lot more of these. Let's see if there's area of effect. Get down there. So that's the one thing you have to be careful. Whatever your mouse is hovering over, that's your target. So make sure that whatever your mouse is over, that's actually what you want to destroy. And like you see, the poison from the zombies, there is friendly fire in this game, at least among the bad guys. They can hurt each other. Get his shield. There we go. And you can see at this level the alright. You can see that your mana doesn't automatically recharge. You either have to find a mana globe in one of these things. Because when you do that, that shrine only restores your... So we got a weapon. Let me show you something about this weapon because this is important. So we got a shadow sword, and you see the shadow sword is a mana cost of 6. Now that's a permanent mana cost. So if I was to equip the shadow sword right now, it would lock 6 of my mana, which means I would not be able to use this spell. Now I could still use my health potion, but I couldn't use my mighty blow. So I would do double attacks every time I attacked, but I couldn't use anything else because I only have 6 mana, and that locks 6 of your mana from being used. It's kind of a trade-off, so I really need to wait until at least I have 1 more mana before I use that potion. You see, now I have 7. Do not that potion before I use that card. So now I can use that card. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up my equipment and then equip the shadow sword. I guess I have to wait until I have at least 6 mana, because I only have 4 at the moment, so I can't use it just yet. But now I've leveled up, so now I have 7 mana. And I'm going to go ahead and take care of my leveling up now. I'm going to go ahead and level that up. You can see that in the cauldron now I have 2 hearts, 1 mana, and 4 other things in there. So now I can use this. I'm going to bring this down here 3. You can see as of right now, each hit is now doing more. I only have 3 slots. I can spend 2,000 at the Sage to unlock this slot so that I can have 4 cards. But right now I only have 3 cards really to worry about. And another piece of stuff went into the cauldron. That guy hit me. So there's a shrine. And that gave us a permanent heart. Nice, so now we've gotten all the way down here. So now we have to go. So we've still got a sarcophagus and a zombie and one zombie corpse. The zombie corpse is the monster. That doesn't mean there's a dead zombie up here that we need to clear. We need to kill. I don't think we have to clear it. Let's see. No, we didn't have to clear it. So now we've done this. We got everything except for we can visit the barmaid to purchase cauldron contents. All right, but we're gonna keep going. We are already. Oh, we're not fully hit. All right, so now we've got some bad guys here that shoot. We'll go ahead and kill that. So maybe that'll. So now we've got some dudes that'll actually shoot arrows at us, which is not fun. We have to take care of them as quickly as possible. We got a bunch of gold. And it looks like something happened to our mana. I'm not sure what happened to our mana. Oh, that just means we have some of it locked. And you see we got 9 out of 13 health left. On this dungeon level, there's a chest. We've already collected the chest. We'll go ahead and use that. We'll go ahead and use our... that. Early on, these monsters that shoot the arrows are very, very annoying. Because you can't do a whole lot to them. Later on, you can get some cards that will help you deflect their arrows, but as you can see, I do not have one of those cards yet. So if they get within range of me, I'm kind of in trouble. And these guys can jump at you, which is annoying. Alright, so we got another point of mana, which is always good. It looks like it just restored a point of mana. It didn't give us a new bonus piece. And so here's one of these gargoyle dudes again. Do that. Up here, we'll stun him. So now we got new gossip in town, which is just going to be the sage telling us about these monsters. We got him. Looks like our... No, this isn't our sarcophagus. We still got one more chest on this level we need to clear. So we're going to be a little bit more than 13 minutes. Which is fine, because this is our first run through on this character, so it hasn't completely learned our playstyle yet. Not as hardcore as some other people. Okay, so we apparently missed a turnoff somewhere. It's down this way. Some more gold. There's the chest. Alright, so you see that we have 10 mana at the moment. Yeah, that was a permanent mana. And so now we can... What is this? And we've already got the sarcophagus. So now we need to head on out, which is down this way, it looks like. Before it headed like over here off the side, but it doesn't this time. Maybe because I hadn't discovered it yet. Another chest here. Maybe not a chest, right? So now we can go down. This should be just a bunch of skeleton warriors, and maybe, I hope this isn't a boss, or if it's a boss, I hope it's not too tough a boss. But there's that, so we can fill up. This is just your normal everyday zombie. Only gamers can say something like that. Okay, so here's this dude. Go ahead and stun him. Oh, it's these little zombie dogs, that's what it is. When you kill some of these zombies, they'll produce this zombie dog, which will explode. Which can be good or bad. If it explodes next to you, it's bad. If it explodes next to your enemy, then it's good. Down this way. There's our sarcophagus. Now, can they poison each other? But it only takes one hit and then they pop like a zombie balloon. Alright, so I don't know what got me there. So it's these guys.
I don't have enough mana. I don't have enough mana.
Oh, I don't have enough mana. I still got plenty of health potion left. Just have to dodge a 0. There we go. Took him out. Alright, so here's Lester Crypt Horror. He's a bad guy, obviously. And we took him down pretty quickly. At least we took him down his first level. Now you can have... At some point, they will... Some of the bosses have guardians, which are... You can't attack the boss at all until you've killed the guardians. Luckily, this guy isn't like that. This one is...
Prevail!
I prevail. We beat this guy. We got another card. Looks like it's a piece of armor. We got some bloody armor. Recovers hearts lost in battle. It is to spawn hearts when being hit. So every time you get hit, there's a 40% chance you'll get your heart back. But you can see it costs 5 mana. So it means it's going to lock 5 mana. So if I was to use that and my sword at the moment, that would be the only 2 cards I could use. I wouldn't be able to use my Mighty Blue, which doesn't really come in that handy. And this looks like it's some sort of ingredient. Oh, it's a big hunk of money. So that came out to be right at, if we consider that to be... So now we got another thing. This one takes 4. Chance to block incoming missiles. 30% chance to block incoming missiles. So if we didn't use the sword, but we use these, if we use the shield and the armor, that would give us a 30% chance to block the missiles. And if we didn't block the missile and the missile hit us, then we would have a 40% chance of getting our heart back, if I'm understanding correctly. Now we still have got 2 barrels and a skeleton archer. And it shows us where they are. It shows us them up this direction, I believe is what it's trying to tell me. Yep. Oop. Watch me die here. There we go. So there's our bear. So we still got. All right, there we go. And now we've got everything. Now we can go here. Now we've unlocked this. So next time we can go down if we want to. We're not gonna go deeper. Let's see what happens when we click on go deeper. Then it gives us the chance. So one of the things you can get is an avatar. You just get cosmetics by progressing through the game. You get a new avatar to use. We got 6,700 was our score, and our plexuscope, we didn't die even once. No, we did get our new avatar. Okay, I don't know who we share it with. I guess we can share it on Amazon or something. Our next, on Facebook or something. Our next avatar will be the Black Crow. So now we can go back to town. We don't need to visit him. You only go to him when you die. We can go back to her. Charge our card again. Got plenty of gold. And just for the sake of you, fine people, I'm going to show you what happens when we buy the magic cauldron. As you can see right now, we have 2 life, 1 mana, and 5 prizes waiting in it. So let's see what these 5 bronze prizes are. Let's collect our prizes. Each time you collect prizes, the price of the cauldron increases. When the hero dies, unbought prizes are lost. So we'll see how much it goes up. Achievement unlocked, tasty soup. It looks like we got our points for that. We got 2 hearts and 1 mana. And let's see what these other bronze prizes are, which was 49 and 49 gold. And what did we get here? Just more money. But we didn't get any new cards. Got something here. And we got some experience. Be good for something, I'm sure. Alright, so that's essentially it. Now, obviously, as you go along in the game, you gain access to more cards. You unlock the bestiary. And you can unlock a card slot, which I think we should do. Yeah, so now we could have 4 card slots. And we could equip, if we wanted to, we could unequip that. But we have to get our mana. We have to get our mana back up. We would have to go into a dungeon or use a potion or something. Can he do it for us? Oh, look. There was a couple of potions there. We'll click on it, did it for us. You can have more than 1 card set if you want. So I can get rid of this. And have my shield, my bloody armor. Oh, I could use both. I could use my sword too. Not enough what? Not enough mana. Okay. I would have... I wanted Mighty Blow. Where's Mighty Blow? Mighty Blow's down here. So I could have my shield, my armor, and my Mighty Blow. I would not have my double strike thing. I would not have my double strike sword. Shadow strike. So anyway, that's essentially Book of Demons. Like I said, you can get it on Steam. You can pay for it if you want to. Otherwise, if you have Amazon Prime account, and I know a lot of you do, you can play it for free on there until April 26th. You can claim it until April 26th. Yours forever, or at least until Amazon decides to take it away from you, because that is their right. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you in the next video.